All right, guys, we just got our merch order in, and we have t-shirts this year with the Broken Budget logo on the front, the Dirty Diamond logo on the back. These are $25 for a t-shirt, and then we have the sweatshirt that I am wearing, $35, and then also a hat with the Broken Budget logo that I am wearing. These are $30. So you can pick these up at the track. If you come to an event that we're doing, we're going to be doing streetcar bragging rights here in a couple weeks. Or if you can't make it out to an event that we're going to be at, you can message me on Facebook at Broken Budget Racing. You can message me on TikTok at Broken Budget Racing or Instagram, OneBadass67. Thank you guys so much for the support last year. We really plan on trying to grow this year. All right, so we're getting ready to go testing tomorrow morning for streetcar bragging rights. We're going to Maple Grove to test. Make a couple hits on the truck since we got the engine back together in it. But I got to get the engine diaper on it. I just got the race wheels back on it. I do have brand new tires, but we're going to test on last year's tires for tomorrow because I didn't have time to swap them over and get them balanced and stuff. So what we got to do tonight yet, though, is we got to get this engine diaper on. Personally, I will never race without an engine diaper, whether it's this truck behind me that runs 8s or whether it's an 11-second vehicle. An engine diaper or belly pan, in my opinion, is a must. And I'm not sponsored by anyone or anything to say it, but to me, the cost of one of these, you know, this thing cost me like 300 and like maybe $10 or something like that for Motion's website. But it saves the track a bunch of time if for some reason I have a leak. It saves them time from having to clean the track if I let oil all over, but also it saves potentially the truck if I send a rod out the pan instead of dumping 7 quarts of oil right underneath me and then potentially getting all my tires, putting this thing in the wall for $300. Like, to me, it's a no-brainer. I don't see why they're not 100% required. In my opinion, they should be, but that's my opinion. So we're gonna get this thing on, and then we'll be ready to leave in the morning to head to Maple Grove. So I'll get this thing all on, show you how it looks, how it fits underneath, and yeah, then we'll go from there. All right, so we got the engine diaper on. Figured I'd just show you real quick kind of how it goes on. So they have, I have my light here, they have 4 tabs. I don't know if you can see right there, that's one, and then one back there, and same thing on the other side. So I'll climb underneath here, and that's it. I mean, you got 2 straps back here, one on this side and then one on the other side. It pulls to keep it away from your flex plate. That's pretty much the most important part. So you want to make sure you have nothing like flapping back here that could go into the flex plate. I always just tuck these back so that way they're not flapping around after a pass. But as you can see, you know, the oil pan's covered, the filter's covered. The one thing I want to do eventually, the one thing I would like to do is make some kind of cover for where the turbos are, but next year I kind of have some plans next off season to change things up and make like almost a belly pan that covers like the whole front setup. I think that would be helpful in air, keeping it from going up in, and a bunch of other things. So kind of got some plans for next year, or some changes that I want to make next year. So I'm not doing anything more. One of them changes might have something to do with that up there, but I'm not sure. I haven't 100% sold myself on doing it yet. So that's gonna do for now. And put this thing on the ground, get the hood on it, and get the front bumper back on. Well, I'll keep the bumper off because I need the bumper off to load in the trailer. But get this thing back on the ground and get ready for tomorrow. So we will see you in the morning when we get to Maple Grove. All right, so down here at Tech, I got the truck unloaded. Found a fuel leak, so we'll have to fix that before we can make it pass. But first time back at the track this year. Pretty excited to see how things go. We're not going crazy today. We're not, doing anything insane. First pass, we're probably gonna do try and leave on 8 pounds of boost and run it to like the 338th mile, and let off, just shake everything down, make sure our oil pressure is good, fuel pressure is good, and then we'll come back, look at the data log, and then maybe we'll turn it up. But plan on only making like 3, maybe 4 passes today. It's pretty full. I think it's like the Junior Dragster Nationals or something. There's like 70 of them here. I've never seen so many Junior Drags in my life. But yeah, that's cool. So hopefully tech's not too much longer. They start racing in about 40 minutes, so I'd like to be one of the first ones up there, try and get a good track before all the street tire pickup trucks and STIs and everything else come down. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, catch you in the staging lanes.
All right, get ready to go for the first shakedown pass in the truck with the motor rebuild. So hope everything goes well. Up with that?
Yeah, great question. I don't know what happened. My reaction time was dog shit because I didn't know if they really were going to do Pro Tree or not, and then they did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was good because I wanted to, but then I wasn't ready because I didn't know if they were going to do Sportsman Tree Pro. So that was cool. It went 142.60 foot, which is pretty standard, like not really trying to leave hard with this truck.
Looked like it left good. The wheels were in the air.
Oh, was it?
A little bit.
Yeah, 140s is like where this thing without really trying. It's leaving on 3 pounds of boost. So like,
Yeah. All right, so what'd you figure out here?
I'm a dumbass. Now, here's a rev limiter. So 7,800 RPM. I don't know. I looked down and it was like 69, and apparently I waited too long into what I thought was going to be there. So really need to get that CO2 solenoid hooked up on the shifter.
You won't have them problems then.
No, I wouldn't. So I'm gonna
shift this time.
Yeah, shift earlier.
There we go. Solid plan.
But we'll look over, check for leaks, and then we might add a little bit more to the 2-step RPM wise, because it seemed like it took that pretty easily. So we'll look over the video and decide what we're gonna do.
Oh, computer's out.
Oh yeah. Gonna blow this bitch up. No, I'm kidding.
I'll say that.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Now we're gonna turn it up though. Right now, our rev limiter is 3,300, and we're gonna turn it up to 4,000 and see what it does. So I'm pulling more timing. I'm gonna try something different than what I was doing last year. So I'm gonna just leave the boost at what the boost is and try and use timing to get it to leave. See if we can leave a lot harder. It's either gonna work or it ain't. So we'll see what happens. And yeah.
Well, we got up here just in time. Threw some ice in it this time. He's going to go for the second pass. He turned it up quite a bit, so we'll see how it does. So I guess that was a little much.
Yeah, I mean, we swung big, and sometimes when you swing big, you miss.
Seemed like it wanted to, and then it just...
I think if we tighten the front end. I'll have to look at the video, but in the truck, it felt like the second I let go of the button, the front end was fucking already up.
Yeah.
I think we got to slow the front end down a lot. But I think it will take.
It made that nice noise of like like it was hooking and trying to go, but then it just got on top of it.
Yeah. I texted Alex to see if he was around, if he could give me a call. I was gonna send the video to him to see if he thinks the same thing that we're kind of thinking of. Slow the front end down, maybe knock it down to like a 3,800 RPM instead of. But I think 33, that's too light. I mean, and it also made 10 pounds of boost on the brake, so it's also making a little bit more boost than what I commanded. But
yeah, maybe knock it down to like 37, 38.
Yeah.
Turn a couple shock screws.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So.
Sweet.
My reaction time was dog water again. That's just how it is. Not a bracket racer.
Let's see it here.
Oh yeah. For like 169.
So
And I was out of it before. I don't know. I could see. I was probably, I'd say 500 foot, and I lifted.
Yeah.
And I could see the 8 mile down. But still, 1050.
There you go.
1050 bracket truck. No. So yeah, I'm gonna download that data log and see. Make sure everything was good. I think it was. Maybe just knock a couple RPM out of the leaf and tighten up the front end a little bit and see if it'll do it. All right, so about to go for our third pass. Drop the launch RPM by 200 RPM. Tighten the front shocks all the way tight, and then back them off 3 clicks. So hopefully the front end doesn't separate as fast, and it actually gives the tire time to to get pushed into the track and actually hook. But we'll see. If this doesn't work, then we're gonna have to pull more timing or make some rear shock adjustments. I'm not sure. I'm really hoping this goes down. It is now getting pretty warm, but it's not that hot. It's like probably 70 to degrees, so pretty decent. But we're going to put back on it, fill this thing back up with ice, and go up to make our third pass.
So he's leaving it a little bit less RPM, and the front suspension, we tightened it up a little bit. See how that works.
So that pass, 60 foot was great. Was a PB, 60 foot went 132. Our best before was 134. So did good there, but it lost crank signal right at the top of first gear. I shifted and then it lost crank signal. So check the wire, it's plugged in. It was laying on top of the starter, so I don't know if that somehow interfered with it, but I zip tied it up and away. We're gonna leave the tune up the exact same and just go right back up, and we're gonna make one more pass. If it, I don't know, I'm not running, I don't think I'm gonna run it to the quarter, but I might run a little past the 8th and see what it does. So hopefully all goes well, and we can make a full fucking pass today. But this is why we test. I mean, I'm not upset about it. This is the reason we came out here, is to work all the bugs out before we drive 8.5 hours down to Rockingham, North Carolina. So we get the hood back on this thing, fill it up with ice, and then get back up to the lanes for our final pass of the day.
like things worked out pretty good on that one.
Yeah, another PB 60 foot,
What was it?
131.
Yeah.
Probably could have took more.
Knocking them off. Is it a 5-second 8?
Oh yeah, 570.
There you go.
And then I don't know. I probably let off at like maybe 1,000 mile an hour corner. So I just happy. I wanted to make sure we're going to third gear.
Yeah.
The shifter was being retarded. So.
Sweet.
Sweet. That's what we came for.
Good way to end the day.
Yeah, we're done. Had fought some issues, but this week definitely gonna get that shifter solenoid wired up. It's right here for the air shifter. Obviously the truck has CO2 already, so go ahead and get that wired up this week. Then maybe next weekend, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe bring it out, maybe just do some 8th mile hits. See if we can get our 8th mile down. I mean, the one thing is, it went 571 to the 8th at only 122 mile an hour, and on drag week when we went 569 to the 8th, we were at 126 mile an hour. So we're down 4 mile an hour and less than what, 2, I guess technically 2 thousandths off, right?
Just got to add some back in after the 60 foot then.
Well, and the other thing is, so it's only on 16 pounds of boost. Like it's on, like, I say that is only nothing, but like
we were on like 26 at drag week.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like we're
And the best there was 883.
right, and right there I let off and it I won't say coasted, but I let off a little early and it went 95 at 148. So we're down 8 mile an hour from where we were on drag week. Like I think we're in pretty good shape. So
870s, here we come.
yeah, I think that's pretty doable this year.
Yeah, especially with that boost.
Yeah. If we can just after the 8th mile, just add like 4 more pounds up top, and we'll probably just keep eating. It pulled good. I want to look at the starting line video.
Yeah.
60 foot felt good, but I want to see if we can. I know we're also gonna have new tires this time.
Yeah.
So
It looked good though.
very happy with it. That's going to wrap up our day here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And be sure, if you need merch, we got merch. Broken Budget Racing on Facebook, Broken Budget Racing on YouTube, TikTok, Broken Budget Racing, Instagram, OneBadass67. Hit me up anywhere, give me some merch. But thank you guys for watching. See you next week.